Hey, happy day 541 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as the Jam Grandma, coming to you very late today. Geez, I think it's got to be almost 6 o'clock or so tonight. Normally I do my videos first thing in the morning, like before 6 o'clock in the morning. So 12 hours behind schedule for me. But here I am, because every day I need now, I don't just like to, I need to hop online and share what I'm working on, how things are progressing with respect to transitioning from the brick and mortar world of businesses, corporate America for over a quarter century, and then actually 27 different businesses and industries I've owned and operated and been involved in. Sometimes with a partner, sometimes not. And a couple of years ago, I was afforded the opportunity to move into the online world, to actually do what I wanted, so that I could do what I want, when I want, where I want, wearing whatever I want with whomever I want. And my goal and objective is to duplicate my offline brick and mortar success in the online world and help other people to do the same, to combine what they do offline with online tools and strategies and tips and techniques and things that can make their life and the results so much faster and easier. I worked myself to death at one point in the offline world and decided that that wasn't really the best strategy for most human beings in order to achieve the level of success that they want. So why I'm talking about and why I label this one flexible and flexibility is because the importance of flexibility in our lives. Now, I like to do things a certain way, a certain time of day, but that doesn't always happen. Life gets in the way, things happen. I'm in the process of moving. My sister and her granddaughter were up visiting for a few days, and then yesterday was their last day. So we had a sleepover, my granddaughter and I, with my mom and my sister and her granddaughter and our granddaughters, so that it would be fun and we could spend time with them. They live in Texas, and so that's a long way from Wisconsin. And I wanted to make sure that my granddaughter got to know one of her cousins from far away. We spent time with the Florida cousins as well during this last week, but it was their last day, so we wanted to have a sleepover, which meant I was in a household that was not conducive to making my videos in the morning. I had my stuff with me, and I woke up usual, like I wake up at 4 and I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to work. We're going to have to figure out something different. So the day progressed, and all of a sudden, it's 5 o'clock at night and I'm just heading home where I can go ahead and make my videos. So we have to be flexible. We have to know that, would it have been the end of the world if I didn't make my videos at all today? You know what? Probably very few people would have even noticed. Although I know I have a couple people that if I'm late, even a couple of hours, they're like sending out the search parties and they're messaging me and they're like, you okay? Is there something wrong? We haven't seen you yet today. So I want to make sure that I pop on for sure and I'm available to them. Know that if by some chance I ever miss a day of video, I'm probably not dead, although that has happened before too, but that I will get back to it or get on it as soon as I possibly can. Now, what I like about this segment is I get to share what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, things that have frustrated me, things that are, just a big fat waste of time and energy, and then other things, tips and strategies that really, really help me out a lot. Been working with a couple of entrepreneurs that are absolutely amazing and doing some projects that are just plain fun. And that's what I'm talking about in the 90-day challenge. Today is day 81, which I haven't made that video yet either, which is the first time in 80 days I did it first thing in the morning. This is the first time I have not had that video available by, I guess it's always been available. I think the latest I've ever gotten it out was 7 o'clock in the morning. That's Central Time, so I guess it would be 8 o'clock Eastern, but today it's going to be in the evening, or actually probably late by the time I do it. And that's okay, because people can access it whenever. Now, do I expect everybody to get their videos done tonight for that? Probably not. If they were waiting for me and the instructions of what their video is for today, then probably not. They won't get them done today. So I kind of screwed everybody up, not just myself, but everybody that's doing it. And do I feel a little guilty? Yes, but we have to be flexible. We have to understand that, especially in something like a 90-day push or a 90-day challenge, we have to be flexible because things are going to change all the time. Outside influences, we get to choose how we react to them, but they're going to impact us. They're going to come up. And we have to be easy enough with ourselves and flexible enough with ourselves to take advantage of opportunities and things that do come up. It is more important to me to spend time with my sister who lives in Texas, and I see maybe every 2 years now, if I'm lucky, than to make sure I get my videos done on time. Now, remember, on time is a deadline that I've created for myself. It's not a deadline that I've committed to or communicated to anyone else. It's in my mind, this is when I want to have this done. Really, the commitment that I've set is the 90-day challenge, you'll have a challenge every day. I didn't say you'd have a challenge every morning by 6 o'clock in the morning. I said you'd have a challenge every day. So by the time we get to day 81, I would hope that if you like to do your videos first thing in the morning, you went ahead and you know enough that you could create your own live video without waiting for a specific instruction from me. Now, we're jumping into a whole way to get your influence on steroids. So this is a pretty exciting final 10 days of the challenge, or 9 days of the challenge. You know, I'm gonna have a bonus day, so it's 10 days of the challenge still. But we're talking about how do you get your influence on steroids? How do you supersize, rocket ship, maximize your influence? And I'm sharing each day for the next probably 3 or 4 days. I'll share my favorite strategies for doing that, starting today. Then I am doing a massive home move, and the ex-husband wanted it done yesterday. Well, it's not happening. My daughter and son-in-law have a lot of things here and there in Colorado for a week. So that actually helped to buy me a week of time to actually get more of my things in storage, taken care of, moved. And, you know, I think I admitted yesterday that I'm a hoarder and that I have way too much stuff that I just need to deal with and get rid of, which my children someday when I do die will be greatly appreciative of, because I took care of it and I didn't leave it for them to deal with, because that's just plain unfair. That is so unfair. So working on that. I've also got an interview meeting with a lady tomorrow morning, kind of as a sanity break from the move, to discuss burnout, or, you know, entrepreneurial burnout. And since I died and had a sudden cardiac arrest being an entrepreneur, I have a couple of things to say and a few lessons that I've learned on the topic. And so I'm excited to talk to her tomorrow. She's doing a report and a big paper on it. So I'm really delighted to be a part of that. So what else are you working on? Also, really tempted to add and beef up my Women's Summit and put that out, because I think that the information is so valuable. Women entrepreneurs need that. And I keep getting the inkling that I need to put it out. I need to get it out. I need to get it out again. And then I'm actually starting to think about what is the next challenge. What is the next challenge I'm going to do? Because I have to have a challenge at any given time. So will it be I would love you to weigh in on that. Share in the comments below. Is there something that you're having difficulty with that I could create a challenge around for you, and we could do a challenge to help not only you but other people to get the success that they want in a certain area of your life? Is it a health challenge? I'm going to tell you right now, I have let my health kind of slip and been having a hard time with this move physically. The packing and the moving and the lifting and the hauling and the hulking is super duper duper hard on me. Harder than it should be if I were actually doing what I always know I need to do to take care of myself. So maybe it could be a physical health challenge, or we could do a, you know, get more customers challenge. Customer challenges are always really popular. We could do, and then how long would you like to be? How many days are you willing to commit to getting the result you want for a challenge? 90 days, that's a big commitment for a lot of people. And I'll tell you what, if you can stick to something to 90 days, you are well on your way to achieving whatever it is that you want. Because most people, secret revealed, most people won't stick to anything for 5 days, for a 5-day challenge, much less a 90-day challenge. If you stick to something for 5 days, it's pretty easy to say, oh, I did that for 5 days. I can go another 5 days. And now you're up to 10 days. And then once you're up to 10 days, you're like, geez, I'm almost halfway there to a new habit, 21 days. Now, I don't really buy into or believe the whole it takes 21 days to form a new habit thing. I think that's something that somebody made up and everybody else just regurgitated it until it became, oh, it takes 21 days to form a new habit. I don't believe that. I think it's different for each of us. But if you repeat something often enough, if you do it every day, it's going to form a habit. That's why I like 30-day challenges. I think if you do something every day for 30 days, again, you've made that commitment to yourself. Once you've done it for 30 days, you're like, oh my God, I did it for 30 days. I can just keep doing it. And I think that's why your success was, because you gain momentum on yourself. You get leverage on yourself, and that allows you to succeed. So I'm going to do my 90-day challenge. I'm going to get back to packing. I'm packing the kitchen. Yeah, kitchen today. Took a truckload of stuff to Goodwill yesterday. Truckload, not just a little bit of stuff, a truckload out of my kitchen. Out of my kitchen, I took a truckload of stuff. That might be an indication that I am too much of a saver. So I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow much earlier, letting you know what I'm working on as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world, and the differences, the similarities, the lessons that I've learned, the things that just are ridiculous, that are like any other industry. Once you get inside an industry, you find and see all of the nonsense and all the stupid stuff that people do, that if you just don't do that and you bring other ideas and knowledge into your industry, you can be a superstar really, really fast. All right, go out, make it an absolutely fantastic evening, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.